Baton is back with us another time. She really thinks she's regular on the show, but she's not. I'm sick of her. To my left, I have a young, beautiful couple. If y'all want to introduce yourselves.
You can go first.
My name is Esther Martinez. I'm a breastfeeding peer counselor.
Also in school, working independent, beautiful woman. Okay, I'm Andrew Gould, but I go by the name of Drew. I do music, poetry, and I'm also in school on the progress to get my degree, my bachelor's degree in management.
All right. It's good to see young folks do some great things. So, what high school y'all went to?
Well, here you go.
But I went to Lake area that used to be very good, which is where he went.
Okay.
So yeah, Lake area, very good. Yeah. But I mean, it wasn't that bad when it transitioned, but it was kind of weird being in the progress, but it was all right though. I still enjoyed my high school time. So
Yeah. So, like I was saying, Young Voices of the Future is a radio show that showcases young artists and community organizers that involve change in the New Orleans area, from rappers to spoken word artists to writers. So it's a place where basically young artists can come and kind of voice their opinion about certain things that's going on right now. So, Simone, this is my cousin, y'all don't know. She be here, but she don't really.
I do.
She don't really be here. But right now we are live on YouTube and Facebook right now and on the app. So please look out for that and watch us at Young Voices of the Future and New Orleans Talk Network. I guess my first question for the couple over here is how long you guys been together, and just talk about the ups and downs of having a relationship as a young couple, because you guys are actually engaged, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then y'all have a beautiful son.
Yes.
And all and things like that. And I know that y'all trying to progress into having like a solid foundation together. And being young, oftentimes it's kind of like it comes with a struggle being young because there's a lot of temptation out there.
Yes.
And things like that. So definitely tell some of our listeners about that.
Oh, I don't know about the temptation part.
I mean, the only reason I say yes to temptation is because before I was with Destiny, I was in a couple relationships that didn't end well, and I tried my best, just to be a good boyfriend and everything, and it kind of didn't go well. So the reason I think like about temptation and stuff, I only think about it on her part only because the past relationships. But as time goes on, as we progress, I see that she doesn't care about nobody else. Well, not care, but she doesn't pay attention to anybody else. She shows the things I do wrong and try to help me make it better. Progress to me. She always influences me to do things right. So I mean, it's like that part is like fading away now. So everything is going good. I don't have to worry about the negatives too much. I probably still dwell on the negativities every now and then, but she always there with some positive vibe to help me keep my head up and we gonna be together and win it for the long run. So yeah, and I really care for that. So.
Yeah, that's good. So, I guess this question is for Destiny. Just talk about some of the challenges as being a young mother.
Oh, well, for starters, I was a senior when I got pregnant, so a lot of people thought that I wasn't gonna graduate. They didn't think I was going to be a good mother just because I was young, and at the time, I didn't have a job, but I did get a job eventually because a lot of people they're not quick to hire pregnant people because they see them as a liability. And I've been told that a couple of times, which I couldn't disagree with them because I was sick a lot when I was pregnant because I was struggling with some things on my side. Being a senior, you got to make sure you graduate, got to make sure your ACT is fine. And then your father passing away before you even knew you was pregnant. So it was just a lot of things. And so, graduate was the number one thing, and staying healthy was also number one thing because, at the end of the day, I can't let all the negativity get to me when I have a child that's coming into the world that's going to look up to me, that's going to have me as their protector and their provider. So, I'm actually glad where I am at today because I proved people wrong, and I am doing good. My son is doing good. My fiance is doing good. We're happy. We're doing everything we can to provide for our child. I mean, I do see there are bad images of younger mothers that aren't actually doing what they're supposed to do. And so it's hard when older people look down on us because we're so young and they see us with our child. And, I just think that's not fair because they don't know us. And it's just stereotyping us, and that's a huge problem in the Black community, just stereotyping. It is terrible, and we should try to minimize that as low as we can because there's a lot of kids who already have low self-esteem because of that. And so, I guess another thing that was also hard for me when I told people I was on breastfeed, they just thought it was like the nastiest thing in the world.
You go ahead. Well, I didn't think it was nasty. I thought, okay, she breastfeeding, okay. Well, I heard a lot of, there's a good part about it, it's natural and everything. So, it shouldn't be that bad. But now I see it, he's, really active. He loves breastfeeding, and I think that plays a factor in him growing because he's, growing big, so great. It's ridiculous. He catches on so fast. I think it's due to breastfeeding, but I don't know. But I feel like, that plays a good part in it. Yeah. The natural way of doing things.
Right. So, my next question is for Andrew. So, just talk about the stigma against young Black men that have children at a young age as well.
Well, the negatives people would look at is they don't think, they think the man would feel like it's too much of a burden and they'll probably leave or something. That's what I've been kind of told because people always tell me if you have a child, stay there. A lot of grown folks will tell me that if you have a child, stay there. And it's that's all you have to do, just stay there. And it's steady show him what he could be. He looks up to you. He be the role model. I met a couple of guys who are fathers not too far from my age, maybe 23 or 24. And they also tell me the same thing. They have little girls and whatnot as well. I have a little boy, but they also tell me things like just stay there, just be there. You got to be there for them. Also, older fathers who are already, already raised their children and already put them through school and been through the whole process and everything. They tell me just know that when you have this child, it's not about you. It's about you and making sure that child gets through school, gets everything right. Make sure he, something you care for him. So it's a lot of negativity when that's being brought to young fathers because they feel like they can't do it. But there's people that can help you. It's something a lot of people has been through. A lot of people have been through being a father. They probably, not saying this in every family. Somebody was young that had a baby at a very young age. But there's people that have been out there who really knows the struggle. They can help you make your way and help you progress like they did once before. So there's people can help you.
Right. And speaking of just being young and having a baby, getting married, and there was a time where that was natural, that was normal, and it's now as you get older, now that our generation is coming up, it's almost like a stigma, almost like a scarlet letter A just to put on your shoulder because people feel because you're a young parent, you don't know what you're doing. You're not very knowledgeable about how taking care of a baby. When realistically, back in the old days, people was getting married at 18, already having children before that. So it's kind of interesting that you guys saying that because I definitely agree that it's always some sort of statistic or some stigma against young parents, especially against our Black girls because they have to be the ones pregnant. Besides the man, we won't know a man being pregnant, you know what I'm saying? But our young women, they have to walk around with that, and they definitely get some looks from that. So I definitely agree. What you think, Simone?
I agree with what all y'all are saying, but it's always looked down upon whenever when it comes to Black people being pregnant or just with Black people doing anything in general. So we're gonna get noticed, good or bad.
Yeah. To add to that, I really think it would be nice to be with somebody you've been knowing your whole life. That'll make it really easy for y'all to build and start a foundation. Because a wise person once told me, would you want a foundation built on a rock or in sand? Yeah, so I ain't the only one that heard that. But yeah, you just want it to be a strong, safe, foundation for you to grow on. But my aunt and my uncle, they married. I think they've been together since 14, 15. But they married around 17, 18. And my uncle went to the Air Force. He got his degree in engineering and stuff. And they about think about to be 60 now.
Mm-hmm.
He's 60. She's about 58, I think. 57, I think. But I really look at that as like a real good sign. Like they know each other and everything. They've been together for a long time. I just think it's amazing that you've been with that same person for so long and made them happy for that for so long. And when they see us, they're like, wow, really, y'all getting married? A lot of people would say like, wow, you don't see that no more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really nice. I really want that, especially for her. I never thought I would really find it though. That's the crazy thing. But the moment I first saw her, it just was like, just immediate,
it was instant.
Yeah, like an ignition just started in my body. Like, it was.
That's definitely
the
that's
feeling
definitely
was
love.
Crazy.
I mean, love is something that you just can't explain. It's something that it's a feeling that only you know. So it's like it's definitely like that. And I was telling Destiny that I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and we was talking about breastfeeding and stuff like that, and how some like came up on like Facebook about breastfeeding out in public and things of that nature. So I definitely kind of want to get your opinion on that. But as a child, I was breastfed, so it's definitely understanding. So when we come back, we definitely gonna discuss breastfeeding. Once again, this is Young Voices of the Future. I'm your host, Brandon. I'm in the studio with Simone and my two guests over there, Andrew and Destiny. We will be back.
Food and Culture at 1601 Plaza Drive in Marrero. Always delivering the best food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's a reason why people keep returning to Wags. The food's always hot, great portions, and it's just down home good. Call ahead to order in advance at 504-348-3080. That's 504-348-3080. And let Larry know that you heard about Wags on the New Orleans Talk Network. Call him now. Wags Food and Culture at 1601 Plaza Drive in Marrero.
This is the Reverend D. Dunn
and Charles Stewart.
We will be coming to you live every Monday, 11 to 12 noon on New Orleans Talk Network, hosting a new show, A Church Without Walls. The church is us and the church is you. We are church with no boundaries. Stay as long as you want, leave when you want. Remember, every Monday, 11 to 12 noon, tune into A Church with No Walls.
Don't you dare miss it.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
This is Belinda Parker Brown, president of Louisiana United International. I am the host for A Force for Justice. You can listen to us every Thursday morning at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central, exposing the injustice in our criminal justice system. You can also call in at 504-341-8255 and tell us how you have become a victim in our criminal justice system.
On the New Orleans Talk Network, A Force for Justice with Belinda Parker Brown.
Back. How popular the man.
Are y'all ready for this tea? The New Orleans Talk Network has all the behind-the-scenes info, gossip, and happenings in the world of Hollywood. You gotta tune in to Dishing with Christians on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on the New Orleans Talk Network.com.
I got all sides in my bag swag.
This is Remus Bowman. Join me live Mondays at 12 o'clock on the New Orleans Talk Network. You can also join me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're all over the place. We're going to open doors for you to have an opportunity to be successful and pay low interest for your automobile, your home, your credit cards, everything that you buy. We're going to put you on a great path to have a successful future. Every Monday at 12 o'clock, Remus Bowman for you and your credit.
All right. Welcome back to Young Voices of the Future. Please call in at 504-341-8255. Watch us live right now on YouTube and Facebook at NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. I'm in the studio with Simone, and to my left, my near left, that is Destiny and Andrew, this young, beautiful couple over here that's talking about like being active in the community, breastfeeding, marriage. They're a young couple about to get married. What year y'all think y'all getting married in?
Well, we're trying to get married this year because we already know.
In December.
Yeah, we already know we want to get married. Just
Yes.
the only thing we focus on trying to plan the wedding. How we gonna do that?
Yeah, the wedding probably will be the next 5 years.
I wouldn't see that far. I mean, I know.
I want it to be nice, so I want to
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah, so
I mean-
Take your
you
time
want
with
something
it.
nice. You only get one wedding. Well, I think you don't get one wedding, but you
It's our only one wedding. So.
right. I hope so, because guess what? I said throw a wedding and it didn't last for about 2 months.
Oh.
I was upset with that. I was like, okay, that's why I'm never being a groomsman again.
Oh,
Spend that
we
money.
know somebody like that too.
Oh, yeah.
Just doing it to do it. Let's not waste time.
Mhm.
But so yeah, coming off the break, I was talking to Destiny about breastfeeding and things like that. So you said that you are a what?
A peer counselor.
Oh, okay. So just explain to the people what you do there.
A breastfeeding peer counselor is basically a support system. I give the mother knowledge about breastfeeding. I also show her techniques that she could use if she's if let's say the baby not latching on completely or just latching on wrong, or if her nipple is sore, crack, bleeding, so I'm just there. I'm also there in case that if her family doesn't support her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of also like a friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what's up. So you were saying how you chose to breastfeed and things like that. So what challenges did you have, if any?
Well, my family was there for me for breastfeeding. They was okay with that. Well, now my son is 1, and the main thing that gets me so upset is when people ask me, when am I going to stop?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the questions that you shouldn't ask a mother that's breastfeeding, because it's just really inappropriate. It's kind of invasive. That's pretty much between the mother and the child.
Yeah.
And so, it's just very rude.
I was kind of curious about it. I did ask her about it, just to let her know I was thinking.
It's okay if he asks me.
Just to let her know I was thinking, like, okay. Right. But yeah, I know once he gets real big, I don't think he's gonna still be.
No,
I don't think he's gonna still be breastfeeding around about 7, 8 years old.
No.
But they have people that still breastfeeding 5-year-olds.
Yeah. Yeah, five. Yeah, I've seen people still breastfeed their 5-year-olds. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm not saying that I would do it all the way up to 5. It's just really whenever me and AJ decide, it's okay. But really, I'm trying to go on when AJ feel like he want to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't see no stopping, because I mean he loves the breast milk. I don't see no stopping.
Is that the only nutrition he has? Like, besides, do you feed him like table food? Or anything?
Yeah. I just don't feed him meat.
Yeah, we didn't do meat yet.
Yeah,
still waiting on that.
Yeah, he eats everything else. For me, I feel as though I want him to know exactly where meat comes from.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's okay with eating, little baby chickens and all that, if he's okay with that, then fine, that's cool. But if he's not, then he just won't eat it. Because I mean, he in my mind is I don't have a problem with giving him a choice in what he want to eat. People are telling me that I'm giving him too much freedom. I'm like, him wanting what he want to eat is not a problem as long as it's healthy and it's not junk food. Because I wasn't raised up on junk food, so I don't want him raised up on junk food. As long as he get his nutrition from it, he can eat it. And not everybody eat meat. There's vegetarians and pescatarians. So
I'm a vegetarian for like 7 months right now. I'm sorry, y'all. We good.
It's all right.
But yeah, you were saying. I'm goofy. I'm sorry.
So when he gets to that knowledgeable age, maybe like 4 or 5, and we could explain to him exactly what chicken and all of that come from. If he could digest where it comes from, and and what society put in it, and he's okay with that, then he can eat. I won't stop him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really focus on trying to feed him meat or nothing like that. But the main thing I try to focus on, make sure he getting fruit and
his
vegetables and stuff. Because it took me a while to eat vegetables. Like, I didn't really fully eat vegetables until about like 13. Like, I ate them, but now it's like I can eat them with no problem. But a while ago, I don't know if it was what was put in my head, like, vegetables are nasty, stuff like that. But after a while, I realized this is really good for me. I need to eat this. So I know that if he sees me eat it, he'll eat it as well. So, I try to bring a banana home every now and then, some watermelon. I just had a mango today, too. But, yeah, try to make sure I bring fruit, CC meat that, and he'll eat it, too, So, yeah.
Yeah, he's a hungry.
Yeah, whatever we have in our hand, he wants as well.
And very curious.
Yeah.
And that's honestly, that's like the best part about having a child, watching their curiosity grow. Because it's just so precious. It really is.
I'm not a parent and neither is she, but but we feel like we raised a child. Right?
Yes.
Don't we feel like that? I always have my sister LaBoy. He normally comes to the station with me, so I feel like I'm raising a child.
I felt the same way when my little brother came.
She texted me now. My sister texted me now. I'm calling in, it's just ringing. My sister said she calling in and it's just ringing. But yeah, so it is what it is. But I kind of want to transition to Andrew and him being like a creative artist and things like that. So Andrew is just telling people what you do. You rap and you say you do some spoken word.
Yeah, I've been to a couple little shows where I perform a couple rap songs. But the shows I really like the most is like the little spoken word, the poetry little sessions. They be having open mics and stuff. I feel that's much better because nowadays how how rap is, I don't think it's like real serious how it used to be back then. Like it's like people just doing whatever with it nowadays. But with spoken word, you take the beat out and you really hear what the people are talking about.
We just said this like last show about like I feel like
sick beat is
sick beat,
pretty
but
much.
Everything is like not like I graduated from a university in Tampa, which is like deep like Southwest Florida.
Yeah, okay, Tampa.
And everything down there seemed like now that like I lived there for 4 years and then now I came back, it seemed like the music now is just catching up to what I lived 4 years because everything got like a reggae Jamaican type of sound to it now. Everything. Like the VMAs just was basically everything there. Rihanna whole performance, Drake and his whole album to me just culture like definitely like he was biting something. You know what I'm saying? But I think he cool, but I'm just saying like I feel like that's what's in right now. It's just that type of that style of music. And I feel like people I don't know, like I feel like it used to be a time where rappers had like a distinctive sound. Like you don't even have to see a video, you kind of hear it and you know it. And you know who it is. But like not everybody kind of sound the same. So it's like, like nobody being original. So it's kind of interesting. But I mean, I have a brother who raps too, and I be saying, you sound like Jesus. I tell him that, I'm like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Baby Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it because that's what make them money. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to knock nobody pocket because I don't pocket watch nobody. But I'm just saying, like, it's certain things that you can do while, like, just, being yourself. And if you're not being yourself, then it don't make no sense for you to do it at all, in my opinion. But
I feel the same way. That's why I think it's so easy for me to do music because somebody was telling me the best way to do it is, from your own mind. You don't have to think off of somebody else or get somebody to help you. That's the most creative way to do it because, it's like you might come with something new or something you never did before instead of looking at other people and trying to say, okay, well, they did like that. Let me try to do it a little bit like that, but kind of better, something like that. But I kind of really like the music. The reason I really jumped into music so much, besides me hearing myself the first time record and really loving it, is the fact that I was able to like really create stuff. Because the thing that's behind the music is the writing. And the writing is like you kind of like control everything when you write. You can control the people you write about, the point of views. You can create your own characters. Like it's kind of like you're an author now. And I really, that's the thing that really, jumps out at me. My imagination becomes real because I can put it on paper and create it, and people can, visualize it. Hopefully, I do want to write a book one day.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be on, but I do want to write a book. But the only book I ever read was Malcolm X. This one book, the documentary on his life. That's the only book I ever read.
And that inspired you. I read Malcolm X.
Yeah, I kind of like Malcolm X. I saw the movie too. But anyways, I just feel since I'm able to be real creative and be myself and show people ways on how I can see things and see if they like it or think it's cool or not, I feel like that's
so.
That's
In your opinion, who right now is taking over the rap game? Like, who your top 5 is?
Okay, top 5 that's in the game now.
And it don't have to be somebody famous. It could be somebody local. It could be somebody statewide.
Local.
You know what I'm saying? It could be something. I don't have to know them, but just because I like to listen to new music anyway, so it don't have to be somebody I know.
Well, first with the local guys, I see a lot of guys I really think are really doing a great job with being themselves, staying positive, not trying to conform to what everybody else is doing. There's one guy I met named Young Pro. He's with Young Professionals. Like this guy he really tries his best to make music that everybody can listen to. It talks about his life, but he try to keep it clean and positive so everybody can hear it, not no profanity. Also, I met D1 once when I went to school. He came to visit our high school one time at Lake area, and I thought it was kind of nice. I didn't get an autograph from him, but I was like, it was kind of crowded around him. So.
I tried to get him to come on the show.
He didn't come.
I haven't received the email back yet.
Well,
but hopefully he'll come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But,
I met him before. He used to be a teacher.
Oh, really?
And I work in educational policy. So I met him before, but I'm still waiting on that email.
I see why I translate to his music now.
Yeah.
Since he was a teacher. Okay. But yeah, D1, I met a couple other local artists, but I mean they nice. I know a couple of guys, Zoe with the Flow, people like that. I can't think of all of them off the head, but I feel like Young Pro is like one of the most inspirational dudes that I give to. He actually wakes up every day. He has an Instagram where he just posts him pushing his CDs, selling the CDs every day. He try to sell 100 copies of the CDs every day.
That's what's up.
And I like that's like really inspiration to me.
Motivated.
When I first met him, he just was like, "Man, cool to meet you. You about to rap or something?" And he just went on the stage, hype, like, real good,
So I'm about to give you the flow.
Okay.
So you can rock this flow like that if you want to. So go ahead. You can just tell the people what you if you got a name for it, just put it out there, promote your stuff. I don't really care for your Twitter, your whatever, all your information you want the people to follow you.
Well, the only thing I really have that I really usually be on is Instagram, and that's at _JREW Drew at Instagram. That's pretty much the only thing I have right now. I had Twitter, Facebook, but I never really went on them. Yeah, I never really went on them. But
you say your SoundCloud.
Oh yeah, my SoundCloud. It's also _JREW. If you type in _JREW, that probably will help you find like a lot of stuff. Just Google it. I think you should find like everything with all my music. But oh yeah, my YouTube as well.
See, because Beyonce,
she got me. My YouTube is Drew Gould, JREW GOULD. If you type that in, I should be the first thing that pops up. It got all my videos I did. I shot about 3 videos. I have another one that I just shot about 3 days ago that's coming out called Pray For Him. It's gonna be on my new tape, my new project I have coming out called The Observation. It's kind of me explaining how I see the world, and they have like parts to where it kind of gets to like a real like raw and deep part to where it like kind of hurts you on the inside, but I get the parts to where I kind of show you the bright side of everything, because it's not always going to be like you're going to be struggling constantly, you got to make a way for yourself. You will find a way. So, I kind of transitioned from that dark part starting on telling the bad negatives about the world, but at the end of the day, as long as you good, you can make something good out of that. So that's kind of what that's going to be. I'm almost finished. I don't know when I'm dropping it, but I'm trying to drop it this year. Hopefully I drop it before election day, because I feel it fits perfect with this year, because all the stuff that has been going on with the killing, the violence, the brutality and all that, the police brutality, stuff like that. And I kind of name things like that. And so I feel like right now it's perfect timing. I was ready to drop something, and now that I got the right time to do it, I need to, get ready to do it. So yeah.
All right. Well, let's hear your flow.
All right. Well, first I'm gonna give you something slow, and then I'm gonna, rap for you. I just need y'all to hear what I'm saying first. With my eyes wide shut, I realize the foundation is what I manifest. Steady building off of inspiration, I see now what I know is my true destination. But this certain situation is not an obligation, just a figment of my imagination. Now, if I want what I see with my eyes closed, I have to pursue it with my eyes open, hoping I grasp the true feeling of revealing my thoughts to reality. I will stop at nothing, even if it means the last of me. Revenge of the Dreamer. That kind of was inspired by one of my favorite artists. You asked me about J. Cole, but let me give you something right fast. Since it's acapella, I'm gonna take my time so you can hear the words. Now, you could complain about how life is a mess, or you can get up off your back and make a way through the stress. Have and try to make it your best, or you can sit there and guess, leaving with nothing unless. But I gotta confess about how life make you depressed, but it ain't nothing at all. It's like you taking a test. It's like a journey, a quest. Reason I say it like that, because I've been fighting the devil. He trying to bring me to debt. But as a matter of fact, it's just a matter of facts. The hard times that we seen probably brought out your best, or maybe brought out your worst, make you feel like you was cursed. But if you ain't in a hearse, then you was gifted at birth. Now go and get what you worth and keep a smile on your face and take a look up in the mirror, realize you were great. Whether king or queen, you gotta find your place. Before you find your place, you gotta find some fate. Got a little audience in the back.
That was real good. That was real good. I really like that. I like your flow because it's like you said, it's original. And like I said, I don't like people to be biting other people's styles, but definitely because you said J. Cole, one of your favorite artists, I think J. Cole definitely do something that's really, really amazing. All right, y'all, we going on a break right now. We will be back with Young Voices of the Future. I'm your host, Brandon. I'm in the studio with Simone. She ain't saying much or nothing today, y'all, so I'm at the kick her out. She acting shy.
Better conversation about your quality of life.
Let everyone know you listen to
the New Orleans Talk Network.
I'm Bank Boy Recite, host of Fan View on the New Orleans Talk Network, inviting everyone to take us wherever you go by downloading the New Orleans Talk Network app. That is NOTN. Install it to your phone, and we'll be right there with you wherever you go. You stay updated, all the news, 24 hours a day. Once again, I'm your host, Bank Boy Recite on Fan. Check us out online, www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
What's up, New Orleans? Listen, this your man Fred, host of your #1 sports talk show down here in New Orleans. Yeah, I said it. Fan View, where real fans talk about real sport. Join me, Bank Boy Recite, your people's man B, and Madman the Big Fan, as we talk about all the latest sports topics going down here around the country. Again, Fan View, where real fans talk about real sports.
This is Tanya Free. Black on black crime is an issue that's rarely discussed and politicians seem to only use as a talking point. Let's deal with this issue Wednesday on the Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show, 2 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Central.
Join Tanya Free and Friends at TanyaFree.com. On air, online, and on point.
New morning show alert. New morning show alert. The Warren Ballantyne Show airs daily from 9 to 11 a.m. Central Time, bringing you the news you need to know. The Warren Ballantyne Show, now on the New Orleans Talk Network.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
This is the Reverend D. Dunn.
And Charles Stewart.
We will be coming to you live every Monday, 11 to 12 noon on New Orleans Talk Network, hosting a new show, A Church Without Walls. The church is us, and the church is you. We are a church with no boundaries. Stay as long as you want, leave when you want. Remember, every Monday, 11 to 12 noon, tune into A Church with No Walls.
Don't you dare miss it.
This is Captain Black. This is Brother Al Mims. Join us for our new show, The Hostages That Fight Back, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central. We are all hostages to something. What? It's up to us. Find the courage to fight back and make the change. So tune in to become the change you want to see in the world, here on New Orleans Talk Network.
Brothers and sisters! Brothers and sisters! I don't know what this world is coming to.
Nobody gives you better conversation about your quality of life.
Let everyone know you listen to
The New Orleans Talk Network.
This is Fred on the New Orleans Talk Network. We want you guys to check out our new webpage, NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. You can check out all our shows on there. We definitely want you guys to check out FanView. But check out all our shows on NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com.
All right. We are back with Young Voices of the Future. I'm messing up my own name. I'm your host, Brandon. I'm in the studio with Simone, and I'm over there to my left is Destiny and Andrew. Please call in at 504-341-8255. We have somebody on the line right now. Who is on the line right now? You know, this is a job. This is a business. You can't be called.
We love you, Brandon. Go Simone. Love you.
You know, this is why you don't give your family your business phone. You know, they call and they prank call, you know, your station. Yeah. You know, you can't do that. You can't do that. All right, y'all. I'm going to hit y'all back. Thank y'all for tuning in. All right. Well, we're gonna transition to our hot topic part of the show. So Simone kind of wanted to talk about Colin Keapernick and him not standing up for the national anthem. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with it, Destiny and Andrew.
Oh yes.
But apparently he do not want to stand for the national anthem, which is fine. And you know, a lot of people gave him criticism, from black, white, Hispanic. Everybody been criticizing him. So Simone, what's your take on this?
I understand why he did it. I mean, growing up at first, I always thought like America was like something you're supposed to respect. But now actually learning the history, how the white people took America from the Indians and all that, I stand behind it, honestly. So.
Yeah, I believe that the criticism was going to come because it's his opinion. You know, when you have opinions, people will say what they want, but you know, when it's really the truth of what's going on and whatnot, I mean, that pretty much clears everything out when it's the truth and he's actually saying it. So
the facts are right there. What he's
saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand where he's coming from. I would, I see how you feel.
Yeah, and especially with everything that's going on right now, I definitely feel like he has a good point. But then, like, some of the criticism saying that he not black, they don't even know that the man mixed, which makes him black. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's unnecessary stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I mean, I think that eventually they're gonna have they're gonna make a rule. You know, they always trying to make some type of bylaw where you have to stand for. If not, you get fined or you suspended for a game or something like that. Something bound to happen,
right?
Or whatever like that. Like, you know, I feel like it's gonna happen, and eventually he's gonna just have to give up and just start standing up. Which is, I mean, you can't mess with your money. I don't mess with my money. You definitely don't want to mess with your money. Our next topic is Young Jock. I know his whole hairdo breaking the internet right now. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about that. I mean, he just totally embarrassed himself.
I commend him because he smiled. He had a big old smile on his face.
Yeah,
he is happy.
Sound like
So
that's what
you
he
know,
wanted.
yeah,
He sat in that chair. There you go, right there. There you go, right there. That's young Jack.
I mean, his confidence level is on another level.
I definitely respect him for that. Definitely, he get mad respect for just definitely walking out the door.
See, what I do hate, what I was seeing about him was that some pro-black pages take things to a whole new level. They were saying that the reason why people was making fun of him because he was a darker skinned brother. I was like, no, that's not. And they brought up when Chris Brown had that same type hairdo. I don't know if anybody remember that, but
I don't.
He looked it up a playing field with that too. And Chris Brown is light skinned, so it's just some things are for people and some things just aren't.
No, it wasn't for him.
No,
it was not for him. Oh, he embarrassed himself nonetheless. So it's definitely embarrassing to him and his 8 kids that he got. So I mean, but I definitely respect that he definitely have a good confidence level to actually walk out the door.
Yes,
like that, because I would never do that. Like he definitely said in that chat, he was like, "Give me that S girl."
But he left the curl out.
Right. So next we're gonna talk about Tiana Taylor, how her body breaking the internet basically right now, and people just some people criticize her saying that her body fake. I'm not sure. She never said anything that she had any work done, but Simone feel otherwise.
I think she had some work done. She ain't gotta say that she didn't, but she did. She did.
I don't think she did.
Because she was pregnant and all that. I mean, I don't know.
But I saw her. She came down here I think a month or two after she had the baby, and she was skinny. She was slim, and I feel like her boobs too big for her body. So I feel like if she gonna have some work done, she need to have work on them boobs. I don't think she had no work done. I think she naturally skinny like that. Well, and she work out. She was working out while she was pregnant too. So it's like it's one of those things where.
Yeah, everybody's body is different during pregnancy, so
everybody's just curious on how she got like that.
Yeah, they're just trying to figure out how she got that snapback, and the snapback game for celebrities been the truth lately because Drea snapback was the truth. Kim Kardashian snapback, even though Kim Kardashian be looking hard. She be trying.
I saw a couple memes of people comparing her body.
I mean, like you wearing heels and your feet looking like mashed potatoes. She be really reaching, so it's definitely embarrassing. So next is Chris Brown and his controversy going on with him with the standoff with the police officers. So apparently a young lady said that Chris Brown pulled the gun and held it up to her head, and it was rumored that he had a standoff and he locked himself up in his palace, as he referred to it.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I didn't hear every single detail about it.
So basically, at the end of the day, he was arrested, but he's out right now on bail. It seems like Chris Brown can't catch a break because every other year is something. I just feel like at this point he needs to go into hiding, for real. Like
take a vacation.
Just chill. Like why even have people over by your house? Like he just been losing, taking so many L's. It's just like how many L's you want to take? Like I feel bad for him, but I mean at this point, like he could probably face jail time. And his lawyer actually said that, and this his words. He was like, Chris Brown is actually the victim in the situation. So I don't know how you feel about that because that's your boy.
The way I feel about it, I don't think he did any of that, to be honest. And I think she, like, whenever the girl was on the news or whatever that day, she sounded dumb, just completely dumb.
What she say?
Basically was trying to say, well, you don't know how I feel whenever you had a gun put to your head. And I was like, well, how can you just assume that it was Chris Brown out of nowhere?
The people in the house?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They didn't say nothing about that, about the people being in the house. But definitely, he don't need to have nobody by his house. No. The palace needs to be empty. He don't need to have nobody by his house, man. Because every time it's something like with this dude. And I'm just like, how many times this dude gonna apologize for stuff? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not even if it wasn't his fault. Like when you have certain things that's put out in the media, it's like it's hard to erase that. Like it's really hard to erase that. And it's like he's still being called a woman beater from him and his Rihanna situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like hard for him to kind of erase your past when you still being called that, and you dealing with Karuchi, you running after her, you crying after her now, and it's like you played that girl for Rihanna. It's like countless L's. Like I'm tired of this man. He need to go into hiding, in my opinion. Like just chill, raise your daughter, make great music. Like I think he's a great artist. Like I don't think he make bad music. I think his recent music was horrible, but his older music wasn't bad at all. So I just feel like now he just need to chill. Just chill. You know what I'm saying? The next thing I kind of want to talk about is Willow and James Smith. They just did a spread with Vogue. I'm not sure if y'all saw it. He gonna pull it up.
Yeah, I had seen the picture.
Yeah, so basically they always get criticism because Jaden is the face of
the women
for Louis Vuitton, I believe. Is it Louis Vuitton? I feel like it's Louis Vuitton.
I'm not
sure either.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. We're gonna go with Louis Vuitton. But he is the face of whatever, and he's shattering gender roles and stuff like that. And that's something that's being talked about now, along with 1,000 other things that's going on around the world. So and then you got Willow Smith, who just been doing what she wanted to do. So people not only criticize them, but they criticize their parents for their parenting skills and stuff like that. And definitely because y'all parents, I definitely want to hear y'all opinion about this. Yeah. But it's a testament to like times are changing, but times always change. And I feel like fashion, in essence, is like what they wearing is coming back. That's something old. That's something classic.
Yeah, especially I think in the 70s, 80s, when they was wearing spandex, they wore tube tops. I mean,
and you're starting to see that. Like I think at the VMAs, who was that had that I said it was a white dude. It was like for the pre-show, he had on like platform heels, and I was like, yeah, they used to wear that back in our day. You know what I'm saying? So like all that stuff coming back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's a lot of. I think it's because it's a new generation. I think a lot of stuff happened with that. But what's y'all opinion on that?
I mean, well, I think why they blaming the parents is they feel like they just letting the kids do whatever. I think the parents are really, parents are really successful and everything, and they have the money to do it. Pretty much what they really want to do, so they try to spoil their children. I mean, what parent wouldn't want to spoil their children and let the children be free or whatnot? Right. So I mean, yeah, I know if I was Will Smith and I had a couple kids, I want to make sure they living a good life.
But I don't know if it's really spoiling because he making his own money and Willow make his own money. I mean, make her own money.
I mean, that's pretty much a small way to do. You make money, now you get your kids to do the same thing.
Yeah. So, all right, that's the end of our show. We will be back next week. Check out Young Voices of the Future every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Call in at 504-341-8255. And check us out on Facebook and YouTube. And check us out on the app at NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. And we'll be back next week. I'm not sure if I have an artist next week. I'm not sure. But I probably do. I'll probably get my brother to come in here because he's been supposed to been coming and rapping. He's tried to run out without rapping. So he's going to be rapping. So that's next week. So please tune in. It's a jam-packed show as usual. Simone, you'll be back?
I will.
No, she won't. Yes. No, she won't. Not today. I guess y'all must have made her nervous. She normally more talkative. But all right, that's it. This Young Voice of the Future, and this is New Orleans Talk Network. We out.
Better conversation about your quality of life.
Let everyone know you listen to
the New Orleans Talk Network.